Hello everybody, how are you doing? The final season of Telltale's The Walking Dead has unfortunately ended in March. I'm really gonna miss Clementine. I've been with her for like, well, 3 days after season 1 ended, so back in 2012. Yeah, I know, I wasn't there since day 1, I'm sorry. But I would like to thank the developers behind these games, because without them, I would have met so many great people and I would have so many great friends in my life. So, thank you! And yes, I got indeed a bit emotional when I heard that season 4 was going to be the final season. And Telltale's The Walking Dead has a very special place in my heart. Even when it gets atrocious.
I started bleeding. I know, it's a thing. What is it? I mean, like, why is it?
This is just what you're looking for.
I really enjoyed playing episode 4, but I do have a few issues with the ending. Don't take me wrong though, I liked it, and personally I don't know how else the series could have ended. It was not because I was too hyped up or something like that. I went in there open-minded with low expectations just to be sure, but I just have more of a problem with the execution. Let me begin. After defeating Minerva, depending on your choices and that of AJ, Clem and AJ get separated from Violet, Lewis and Ten. Not soon after that, Clem gets bitten, and she and AJ have a last stand against the walkers in the barn. This entire section though I really liked for multiple reasons, but they're both tired after fighting like, I don't know, hours. They fought Lily, her crew, the walkers, Minerva, and they haven't rested for hours. When the chaos started, it was night and now it's sunlight. Clem eventually loses balance and looks sick as fuck, just like Lee did in season 1. Now the player is forced to switch to AJ cause Clementine is unable to fight in hand-to-hand combat. This creates panic because 1, you have to fight off the walkers as AJ, 2, you have to lock all the entrances, and 3, protect Clementine, the girl we know for years and so grow up over a course of multiple games. Once all the walkers are dealt with, we have a talk with AJ that is very similar to that of Clementine saying her goodbyes to Lee in season 1.
Okay, Lee. I can do it. I can.
Okay, Clem. That's my job.
You're such a cutie. How did I get so lucky?
The rules. What's number 1?
This scene is impactful and I couldn't look when I asked AJ to kill Clementine. Yes, I'm a monster, deal with it. We have a time jump it seems and we place AJ. We are left to believe Clementine died, but
What you doing there,
she
goofball?
apparently survived? Wait, what? What do you mean she survived? What a cheap trick to make me feel emotional. Look, I'm not trying to take away your emotional reaction, but I'm just sort of confused. First off, Clementine was dead tired. She was bitten, and I don't know how much time passed exactly between Minerva and what transpired in the barn, but okay. I want you to think with me here. So apparently, Clementine, who was at the point of dying, or came close to that, got her leg chopped off by AJ. Your choice doesn't matter. AJ just chopped off her leg, and somehow she made it out to the barn alive. There's no way in hell AJ could have slipped Clementine outside the barn without being noticed, except if there was a secret exit that I'm unaware of. Where would that exit exactly be? This was a mistake season 1 made as well, with Clementine dragging an unconscious Lee to a store. This little girl was apparently able to drag a giant man all over the floor to a store. But okay, back to topic. After chopping off her leg, we have a time skip and we see Clementine alive, like I said. And there's a nice little detail between Asim and Ruby having a possible relationship. But the question still is, how did she get out of the barn? Did I miss something in the dialogue? Okay, let's assume they got saved by the others. Luckily, in the nick of time, they saved Clementine and AJ, brought them back to the school and nursed her, prevented her from being possibly infected. I would like to point out AJ cut off her leg with a weapon that is under Walker blood and has been recently been used multiple times. Luckily enough, they still have enough meds left or medication but so far my knowledge goes, we are not aware of how much medication they had or whatever, so okay. This easily could have been fixed by a few short dialogues. Imagine Violet or Lewis saying that they just happened to find her in the nick of time. Not perfect, but something at least. The other problems I have with the ending is that it didn't matter if Clementine lost her leg. The ending would still be the same, just change the dialogue here and there. Clementine being bitten is not only unnecessary, but completely wasted as well. Back in season 1, the entire last episode was spent searching for Clementine. The characters didn't know when the stranger who kidnapped Clementine was gonna move her. So there was, no pun intended, no time left. It was a race against the clock and Lee was bitten. So now there were two things going on. One was searching for Clementine and two, Lee on a deathbed. His bite infected the storyline and made sure that he will die in the end of season 1. If he wasn't bitten, he probably would have survived. You either let his arm stay, he will become a walker. Or you got it off, but then he dies of a possible infection. A few times the characters even discuss Lee's situation. One example I would like to mention was Kane in the attic talking about what happens when Lee dies and turn. He makes a reference to the Larry situation they had in episode 2 where he either helped him, helped Lily, or just stood there and watched. This eventually makes Kenny or you so angry or whatever you're thinking and feeling, whatever, that a fight breaks out and the stone head thingy gets thrown to a wall. This made them realize that the wall was penetrable and they could escape instead of spending more time figuring out what they had to do. Not soon after, Krista, Omid and Lee talked about what should happen with Clementine if he was not here among them anymore. Every minute counted. Imagine them spending 10 minutes longer there. Lee would have collapsed in front of the stranger. Clem is bit in here too. The most influence this has on the stories is a few dialogues in the end and a confirmation from Clementine herself that she won't be able to run away from the walkers and needs to practice her aim again. If I remove the whole bite part and let's say they make their way to the school or they get saved, nothing really big narrative wise will change per se. They can all still sit together at the same table in the end and eat and talk like friends to one another. But it does reduce the emotional impact, I suppose. But hey, I might be wrong, so tell me in the comment section down below why you think I'm wrong. It's like the choices don't matter in the end, and yes, I'm fully aware of Telltale's reputation when it comes to the outcome of choices. Sarah still dies in season 2 regardless of what you do. You can threaten Rebecca by telling her that you know that her baby might not be that of her husband's, but that of Carver's. That didn't matter. Just like letting Nick live and helping Krista. And most importantly of all the endings of season 2 got completely botched when the shit frontier came around the corner.
He's a teenager. Puberty, hormones. The second you start getting boners, the whole world starts to get dark.
What are you talking about? Sounds delightful compared to dealing with bloody underwear.
Christ. I need to get laid.
Were they drunk when they were writing this script? But episode 3 and 4 were made by Skybound Pictures, but I'm not fully aware of how much money they make of the final season and the time development they put into it. So I'm not gonna pretend I know everything, that will be a lie and embarrassing. But I'm just gonna say, it's just a waste of potential once again, because no matter what you do, the ending is going to be the same, with a few differences here and there. Did I want Clementine to die? No, but I would just have liked to see multiple endings. I do think it would have worked better for the story they were trying to tell. Just one or two extra endings where we see the player's choice have an actual effect. Beside that, I'm happy with the ending. There's no reason to continue the series anymore and Clementine has made friends, lives happily ever after, is seeing AJ are safe and can finally relax. And I doubt we can do much with Clementine in the future. I mean, her leg got cut off. But I think I got the point across. But what are your thoughts on the ending of season 4? Tell me in the comment section down below. And have a fun day or night wherever you are.
Got a lot of problems that I gotta solve. I mean, I slaughter monsters and I talk to dolls. Blood runs cold out here in Yarnum. It's a never-ending nightmare where I